Shut up and sit down.
This is Critical Mass, and it's our season finale. Seasons? They're doing seasons? It's so weird. I already don't like it. Enjoy the show. And hi everyone, the RocnessMonster and Dan here.
Yo.
For Critical Mass.
Yo.
This is our season finale. 10. We're doing 10 episode seasons.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, sure.
And we're gonna close the chapter on
Chapter 1.
What was
A couple of morons.
a couple morons grabbed a couple microphones and said, "Hey, let's do something."
Okay, let's start off with our vocab for the day.
Vocab for the day. Go.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines anal. Anal. The art... Stop. The art of carefully and meticulously overseeing something to the point where you are annoying. Anal.
Anal. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Usually I define anal as you're not putting that there.
To put it in a sentence,
Please.
my wife likes to be anal. With the dishes.
With the dishes?
Yeah.
That sounds painful.
Rockness, do you have a vocab for the kids?
I do have a vocab word for the day. My vocab word is covfefe. Covfefe.
Covfefe.
That's spelled Covfefe.
I think there's another V there, but go ahead. How is it defined?
Merriam-Webster dictionary
Yeah.
defines covfefe as a... I'm just reading here.
Yeah,
Hang on.
an incoherent, drunk rambling of a fucking dictator?
Close. You're
Okay.
close. A B-list celebrity that was elected president by the collective stupidity
Yeah.
of the entire country.
Are you talking about Reagan?
Ooh, Reagan. Well, I feel like we have another, Reagan/Nixon.
Nixon, really.
Really, yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. But,
It's like both of them in one, really.
it really is. It's sad. Losers.
Sad.
It's sad. But,
At failing critical mass.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So, that was our vocab for the day. But
Yeah.
welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Dan and I...
Thank God for sticking around. I think there's 2 people that listen to us every single week.
Yeah,
Good for them. We do it for you.
We do. We have a very small pocket of listeners that enjoy us. And
when we're huge someday,
yeah,
we're going to look back on the 2 of you, and
exactly.
you're going to be invited to whatever sort of party we're having
Exactly.
at our LA home.
Absolutely. Well, we have. You know what? I wanna call out some of our
What?
our fan base, our true fan base.
Okay, let's call out our true fan base, the only 2 that we have. Go ahead.
Well, we have our old buddy Rob.
Rob. Okay, so maybe 3.
Rob listens to our show. Thank you. Personally, thank you to him. Jay.
Rob Kofifi?
Kofifi, yes, Rob Kofifi.
Okay.
Jay. Who we saw
Jay,
last
does he
night.
have more than 1 letter to his name?
No, it's
Okay, it's just a
the
Jay.
artist formerly known as Jay.
Got you.
Listener, he's listened to every show.
Okay.
My friend Mike Pix, who is literally, I'm pretty sure, the first person to listen to every episode the moment it's released. I can tell that by his comments, which come about an hour after I drop an episode. And it's usually a nice paragraph about how I'm wrong about something or stupid.
Yeah.
Or
But he's listening.
But he's listening.
Yeah,
and that's what we love him for.
We got him.
We got him. Who else?
No one. There's no one.
I mean, we have some pretty... Who else?
No.
I mean, we can thank the guys at 8 o'clock stop.
For sure. We definitely need to thank them.
Greg listens to us.
Yeah.
We listen to Hypothetically Speaking. Thanks for the shout-outs
I
on
don't
their
know.
show.
Does the man that we share, does he listen every week?
The man that we share.
Yeah. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
The man that we share. We share a man?
Yeah, we share a man. He lives in Colorado.
Oh, the Lance. I feel like Lance started and then just kind of was
He's like, fuck these guys.
"Oh, another episode. I think he's more like, I'll listen to it later.
When you can actually fucking download it, as opposed to playing it on YouTube and destroying his phone battery.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, mine doesn't get destroyed.
Dude, so what I'll do is I'm delivering mail, and I'll start playing it out loud.
Yeah.
And that means I have to keep the window and screen open for YouTube to play.
Yeah.
If you close the window,
Yep.
it does not continue playing in the background.
Unless you pay for YouTube Red.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to our ramblings for an hour and a half, and after an hour and a half of the screen being on, the phone is basically overheated to Samsung level, fire starting,
Jesus.
and the battery went from 100 to like 23%.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone always talks shit about iPhones. That's, these are just problems I don't have.
Okay, so then you're listening on your iPhone.
Yes, I have to keep the window open, but that's about it.
And how much battery does it use for an entire episode?
After an entire episode, without it being plugged in, I'm at about between 95 and 90.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked by that.
All these issues people tell me with their phones all the time. I don't have them. I'm not like trying to come out here and say, oh my god, iPhone's the greatest thing ever, blah, 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 blah. This is it. It works. It just works. It works all the time. It doesn't crash. I don't have any issues with apps. I don't have any issues of overheating.
My wife has issues with her iPhone all the time.
Maybe she doesn't use it. I don't know.
She probably uses it too much.
Yeah, I mean, I use mine quite a bit, but I just don't have these issues.
Good to know.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't do all the bells and whistles and special shit that the Android phones do, but I don't really give a shit. I just want to select an app, and it opens, and then it works. I'm not going to get an Apple tattooed to, like, my shoulder or anything.
Right.
But it works. I mean, our entire show run.
Hello?
Hello? Who's knocking?
Hello?
Who's
Come
that?
in. Huh.
I thought it was... Was someone there?
I heard something. Didn't you?
I heard a knock on the door.
Come in! God.
Oh, it's the mailman from Mr. Rogers. He's coming to bring us mail. Oh, wait, that's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
Asshole.
Thank you. So, all right, so...
that guy had a good route. Jesus. He did nothing all day.
just went to Mr. Rogers' house. That's all
I got hung out. And when the cameras went off, they got high.
Oh, of course they did. Absolutely. But now that we've had the insane ramblings of high-functioning sociopaths, let's move on. So the things we want to talk about, a couple things today. I think the big thing on everybody's mind, unfortunately, is the United States dropping out of the Paris Accords, which is kind of I don't know. There's people that are like super happy about it, people that are super mad about it. I did some reading on it. I mean, it was a treaty. It's not even a legally binding document. So I feel like Trump just saying that us pulling out of it was more of him grandstanding than really giving a shit about anything else. It was an agreement based on percentages of emissions and gases and the bad shit, if you will.
Right. Well, there's two main elements. You got the industrialized leaders of the world.
Yep.
We're burning a lot of coal, and our CO2 emissions are very high. And a majority of the scientists around the world have been saying that is a leading cause of climate change.
To say that we're not assisting climate change as human beings is not only arrogant, but it is stupid. If you're one of those people that are like, well, humans have nothing to do with climate change, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
You're a fucking moron.
This is their... It's like, okay, so their first argument was that it just doesn't happen at all. Like, there's no such thing as climate change. It's a hoax, right? And then to not sound batshit crazy, what they do is they go... okay, well, okay, maybe it's a thing, but humans don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
No, that's not a rational or reasonable argument to make.
exactly.
It's just not fair. No. But there another big problem they had with the Paris Agreement was that we ended up having, like, Obama pledged something like $3 billion. And to a fiscally conservative American, $3 billion in their mind might sound like, maybe we could spend that other places or not at all. Because we'd have to give, like, first of all, he put like a down payment of $1 billion.
Yep.
And then so he promised $2 other billion. Because essentially what this agreement is that, like, rich countries like ourselves can handle financially helping those companies achieve those goals without burning all that coal.
Yes.
But the smaller countries that really, really, really depend on it are going to struggle with their economy. Okay, so I think that's why we have to, like, give all this money to make this happen.
Well, yeah, and this is an important thing because it's about our planet, and we all live on this planet, no matter your religion, no matter your political affiliation, no matter your government, no matter what it is, we're all on the same planet.
Okay, so metaphorically and comedically speaking,
yes,
you're in a car with a Republican.
Okay.
A conservative or a, I don't know, just a conspiracy theorist, whatever. They're all the same, right?
Yeah.
You're driving up to a stoplight, and you see a homeless man with a sign, and he says, "Money for food."
Yeah.
Now, you're a liberal or a leftist or a Democrat or a, somewhere on a normal scale of a human being. That might not have been fair. And
that's pretty fair.
You're looking at this guy going, okay, I got some change here.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
The Republican goes, first of all, it's a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
Even if he really is homeless, he's going to spend it on drugs or booze.
The whole 55 cents I give him.
Right. And you're like, you know what? Who cares?
Yeah.
He needs it. I don't need this 55 cents I'm laying in my ashtray. I don't need it.
Exactly.
I can live without it. Mm-hmm. And if he wants to spend it on booze or heroin or whatever, because as we all know, 55 cents can get you some pretty dope shit.
Yep.
Yeah, fine. Or let's just say hypothetically that he's not any of those and he really isn't homeless and it's a scam and he has a nice car and he lives in a decent house.
Which, does it happen?
Yeah, of course it does.
It does. It's just not such a high rate.
Right. But the majority of people that are begging for your money are fucking actually begging for your money because they need it.
Exactly.
And you think that the 1 or 2% of fucking assholes out there who really are scamming the system that covers everything, that's how it all is? No, it's not.
Exactly. And a lot of these homeless are fucking soldiers. People,
yes,
heroes for this kind. Memorial Day just came and went. And what did I say? I said something, about there were the people that got stabbed on that train for protecting some Muslim women
from being assaulted.
Yeah. So a guy that assaults the Muslim women, Trump supporter,
and then stabbed the other guys,
and then stabbed those other guys. And, our president didn't even address it. Because
said nothing about it. And that's sad.
Why would he? Well, the person doing the stabbing supported him. So,
right.
Of course, he's not going to say anything. He doesn't give a fuck. No. Plus, it's a Muslim woman. And let's be honest, President Trump hates Muslims. And if you don't think that that's a real thing, then you're out of touch with reality. One of those guys...
No, I don't hate Muslims. I just think that they want to create Sharia law, and I don't agree with that. No, I don't believe you. Shut up.
No, exactly. But one of them was a soldier.
Right.
So I posted something saying on this Memorial Day, I really love how our president is honoring a fallen soldier who was trying to protect someone here in our country.
Yeah. Oh wait, he didn't.
And and then someone posts like, well, we need that's not fair. We need to focus on on soldiers that died, this and that and the other thing. And I said, yeah, I know. Our president really gives a shit about those soldiers, You know, as they sit there on the streets begging for fucking money because we don't do enough for our veterans. And then people get, well, you don't support... First of all, I hate when people tell me I don't support our troops.
Yeah.
That is the most falsest thing.
Falsist. It's so falsist.
It's so falsist. I support our troops. I just don't support the old, fat white men that sit in Congress that send my friends that are soldiers into meaningless wars for money. The past few wars we've been in, completely fucking meaningless, used for monetary gains and monetary gains alone.
Yeah, if you want to support the troops, bring them home.
Thank you. Exactly.
Getting some feedback from the monitor.
There you go.
If you want to support the troops, how about using diplomacy first? Don't shoot first and ask questions later.
Correct.
Bring the troops home so that they can help raise their children with all of their limbs.
Yep.
And be there for their wives. And be a part of the community.
Exactly.
That would be supporting the troops.
And if someone truly fucks with our country...
You're right.
Then our soldiers signed up for that. And I support that 100%. But I felt like 9/11, so the people that attacked us were from Saudi Arabia.
Most of them, I guess. Yeah.
Most of them. So we went into Afghanistan.
Right.
And then we went into Iraq.
Yeah. Or Afghanistan first.
Yep.
Yeah. Almost immediately.
And then Iraq.
Yeah. Well, it's because of the Taliban.
Yeah.
And we knew, based on intelligence, that the attack was Taliban related.
Correct.
And eventually Bin Laden had come out and said, yeah, it was me.
Exactly.
I orchestrated it. And
Who has
the Taliban...
2 thumbs and attacked the U.S.?
Right.
This guy.
The Taliban is my creation, therefore... You know, and so that we knew for the most part that Afghanistan was where they were hiding.
Exactly. So we went there, and then we went to I feel like I feel like the Congress has a dartboard, and on the dartboard has just pictures of Middle Eastern countries, and they just throw darts at it, and they're like, we're going to invade... That one.
Yeah.
That one right there.
I mean, you're joking, but obviously we know that's not the case. It's very, very, very complicated and an old problem that's been going on, I would say, since post-World War II with the Middle East and Western influences.
Well,
it's so complicated. It's crazy.
I think we do this. I think we take all of our focus, 120% of our focus, and this comes back to the climate change situation.
Yeah.
To kind of roll us back in. We put 155% of all of our focus
impossible, but go ahead.
And alternative fuels, in alternative fuel.
Sure.
And then we make oil.
Fuels is right. Alternative fuels.
We make oil and gas completely irrelevant, thusly making the Middle East irrelevant to our agenda. Because let's be honest. On our agenda.
Yeah.
And then we leave them alone.
Right.
Think about it. They become irrelevant. Let them go into obscurity. And if they attack us, we come back tenfold. Yeah. We just make sure we get the right country this time.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, you want to connect all these dots because that's what we as humans do, right?
Of course.
Connect these dots. It's easy to do. Not only does our brain naturally want to do it, but as a kid we were taught to connect the dots. Remember those pictures you would draw with literally connecting? That shit was fun. Anyways.
I had a blast.
So, Trump, or any American president, but Trump goes into Saudi Arabia recently.
Yep. That was
and
a
they're
joke.
Basically sucking each other's cocks.
Yeah.
Frothy, hand jobs, blow jobs.
Bigly.
I mean,
so bigly.
At one point, I'm pretty sure you watched a video, he had his middle finger one of the Saudis' buttholes.
Yeah, he had his middle... apparently he flicked off someone.
And they were having a grand old time.
Yep.
So, this is a president who is so friendly with the Saudis.
Yeah.
Whose entire, financial system, all of their wealth, comes from the oil that they sell around the world.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, if the United States and the rest of the developed world continues to go down a path of alternative fuels, this would put the Saudis' wealth in jeopardy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So if he's buddy-buddy with the Saudis and they have all this fucking cash to throw around, in my mind, I'm connecting these conspiracy theory dots to say, oh, well, they're just paying him off to say global warming's a scam, to pull out of the Paris Accord.
Of course.
And say that global warming doesn't exist, climate change is bullshit. We continue to depend on oil from these countries. They continue to make their money, and he gets cash in his pocket.
Of course. It's all follow. My dad used to say it all the time. Follow the money.
Right.
You want to find a problem? You want to find the root of a problem? Follow the money. It's that simple. Look, you got Rex Tillerson in the office, who's
But wasn't he kind of bothered by this coming out of the Paris Accord? I thought he was upset about it.
I guess I'd have.
Am I wrong?
I might have to take a look a little deeper into that.
I thought no, because he appears at least to be trying to be diplomatic about it and saying, look, we look like fucking assholes now.
They're all assholes.
It's just making his job harder because he's the one who is the face of the United States in foreign affairs.
Yeah.
So he goes out to all these other people that are now fucking pissed at him.
Yeah.
It's like the job was hard to begin with, and now you're making it harder on me.
Absolutely. I mean, Trump's made it hard for everyone, except for Betsy. Betsy has no idea what's going on. Literally, she has no clue what's going on. You're like, hey, Betsy, did you hear about the what?
The face of ignorance.
What? What? Wait a minute.
Her face, dude.
Where am I?
I can't.
What is this?
I look at her and I go, I'm not even a teacher. I don't know the ins and the outs of actual teaching, but I look at her and just go, nah, she's not right for it.
Schools?
Yeah.
What about schools?
Well, I just think that, you know, we should be able to privatize all schools so that we can teach creationism.
Every school should have a gun. We give the guns to the students.
Yeah, and then because Jesus had a gun.
The bears are going to come, and the students should be prepared.
Yeah,
you should have the choice of the school you go to.
Right.
With a gun, and Jesus, Jesus had a gun.
And if they begin teaching that evolution bullshit, you can whip out your pistol.
Evolution. Hi.
Paris Agreement.
Yes, Paris Agreement.
We are fucked.
Yes and no.
And here's why.
Yes and no.
Here's why. A lot of scientists, and this is, you can Google this, already feel like it's too late. And that we've done so much damage to the Earth that it would take nothing short of a miracle for us to not only stop the damage, but to somehow reverse what we've done. We are headed down a very slippery slope. You know what I mean. And to me, this is like saying, okay, it's the fourth quarter. You're going to lose a game, but you're down by 7. There's 2 seconds on the clock. You just went for the Hail Mary. Incomplete. It's now 4th down. What do? And you go, oh, I'll kick a field goal. You're like, we kind of just said you're down by 7, though. Yeah, but I mean, it sends a message. But that's what these sitters are doing. They're going, hey, fuck you, Trump. We're still going to, reduce our emissions in this city by 2026 by 30%. Okay, guess what? You should have done that 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think that the whole, us being pulled out of the Paris Agreement is being a bit overblown, because it wasn't.
It's just an agreement on paper, is what it is.
It wasn't even legally binding. It wasn't even something that, for me, it was just so our president can feel like his penis is 1 inch longer by just I feel like he's just like, what is the most cocksucker move that I could do? Mm-hmm. Oh, Paris Agreement. All right, this is a bad deal. It's a bad deal. You know what a bad deal is? The entire planet not existing anymore. And there are people out there that are saying, well, I'm old. I'm going to die soon. What do I care about the climate? Well, if you have kids, you should care. This is the thing. I have a kid. I give a shit about...
But that's the thing. It's a conspiracy theory among them. It's not that they don't care about their kids. They honestly believe that their kids will be fine.
It's disturbing how the incredible arrogance in thinking that everything is just going to be honky-dory. Now, are you and I, Dan, are you and I really going to feel the effects? We're starting to a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're not, our planet's still going to be here after we're dead.
And part of the Great Barrier Reef has already begun to die.
But exactly. What I'm not, even my daughter's my age, right? Will the Earth still be here? Most likely. However, is it going to be different?
Yeah.
Is
Florida
it
will be underwater, thank God.
Oh, my God. I mean, besides, I hope my family gets out of there alive. That's all I care about. To get in a car and leave. But
Head north, folks.
The rest of the population of Florida, I mean, if that could just sink, I don't really give a shit.
It could be, though. But that's the thing. It's a slippery. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Because it's a chain reaction.
I just imagine the news report, though. The RocnessMonster's family got out of Florida alive, and everyone else is dead. The entire world is celebrating.
Yeah.
But, no, in all seriousness, it is, for my daughter, the landscape of the Earth is going to be very different. It may even be harder for her to live. Will the planet still be here? Yes. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be vastly different if we don't do something. But just like you said, we're in the fourth quarter, and it's fourth down. We are trying to kick this field goal is it meaningless? I think that we should go for it on fourth.
Right.
And really throw everything we can into this problem.
Bunch of laterals, you know what I mean?
Exactly. The Music City Miracle. Yeah. We need that in our world. We need to all join together for it. The fact that you're not seeing it. I talked to this guy online. He's a moron.
Yeah.
He goes, well, there's a petition that was signed against global warming, and why would all these scientists sign a petition?
Okay.
I said, well, what does a petition have to do with science? Well, why would all of these scientists sign this petition? I don't understand what a petition has to do with science. Well, their opinion is different than... Okay, so science has nothing to do with your opinion or anyone else's opinion. It has to do with testable theories. Yeah. So you have a theory. My theory is theory X. So you test theory X, and you see if there's any evidence towards your theory. So you find more evidence towards your theory than contrary to your theory.
Correct.
So then that theory becomes published. So then another scientist is going to take your published theory, and they're going to find another way to test it, and they're going to test it, and they're going to find evidence for or against it, and then that's going to be published.
Right.
And then someone else is going to look at that theory, that published theory, and say, you know what, I'm going to test this as well, but I'm going to test it this way.
With different variables.
With different variables every time. Right. And they continue, and they continue, and they continue, and they continue. There's not a single point in that entire scientific method where there is an opinion. Your opinion is your theory. You test it, and then you have a result. What is their result? Those people that signed this quote-unquote petition, what was their theory that they tested to find contrary to the fact that we're not affecting it? But no, there was none of that. It was just, they have PhDs and signed this. Fantastic. My doctor has a PhD. What does that have to do with fucking anything at all? He can feel my nuts and ask me to cough, but that doesn't mean he knows anything about climate change.
Right.
So what is the problem with thinking that we're the problem and then wanting to fix it? What is it in your thick, stupid skull that you're
economics?
Economics. But you got Joe Sunday, who works as a postal carrier.
Yeah.
No offense. And what his economics? What is that being affected by? Like what is he losing? What is he losing?
Because if we begin investing more in renewable energies and not coal, then coal miners will lose their jobs. That's the economics.
But coal miners aren't stupid all the time.
Oil rig people will lose their jobs.
And they're not stupid either. So we invest the money in alternative fuels and then we give them jobs. We take the coal miners
but
we transplant
a lot of that
them.
stuff you really need experience on the job in order to get those jobs.
I know a guy. Okay.
You know a guy.
Just hear me out. Okay. I know a guy.
Yeah.
He can fix a lot of things, anything. Okay. He's like a mechanic type guy. Okay. He fixes quads and he fixes snowmobiles and he get under the hood of a car and he can fix stuff. Right.
Okay.
He works in alternative fuels.
Well, he sounds like a great guy.
He works in
But
alternative
does
fuels.
that-
He has no experience, knows nothing about alternative fuels. However, he's a mechanic for a wind turbine, for windmills
Right.
that generate electricity. He doesn't need to have a PhD in fucking wind turbines. He doesn't have one. But you know what he does know? He's fucking smart as shit when it comes to grabbing something and fucking fixing it. And he gets up there with his harness on as a mechanic and fucking fixes them. Yeah. He got his training and he fixed them. So what's the problem then?
Well,
Did he go to college to about wind turbines?
Well, I was just trying to play devil's advocate, but I think that I agree with you that, okay, if we lose all these jobs in coal mining and in fracking and in, oil rig drilling for oil and gas line, etc., all the fossil fuel bullshit, okay?
Yeah.
If we take all those employees and we say to them, look, 90% of your jobs are being cut. We're still going to keep a few of it around, just because, Joe Schmo down the street likes to continue to run his fucking old machine that needs those type of fuels.
Yeah.
Like Kodak still makes film here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for fun.
For fun. Just for funsies.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's fine.
But 90% of your jobs are going to be cut.
Yep.
But if you don't have your finger up your nose and you're semi-literate, you may be able to find jobs. We may be able to transfer you.
Let's do a transfer.
Into those fields that we were just talking about. The wind.
Exactly.
The water power.
Yep.
All kinds of renewable energies, right?
Yep. Hey, do you know how to work on a small engine? Okay, let's get you over to wind turbine training.
Something.
Exactly. They flew him out to another state where he got all this hands-on training, and then they brought him back, and he works on the fucking windmills.
Hey, coal miners, what if we could get you a job building, I don't even know what they're called, but not a dam system, but essentially a water dam system where it creates power from water.
Yeah.
You'd be working outside in the fresh air, in the light.
Yeah.
Probably, Monday through Friday. Normal hours. How would that sound to you?
Sounds great.
Are you sure you don't want to work inside of a coal mine?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great point, actually.
Are you sure?
No, I really love the inside of a coal mine. I really, really do. I can barely breathe. Right. Yesterday, Bob died.
Yeah.
I love being down there, though.
That's the Chilean coal miners.
Yeah, right? How much do they like it?
I know that it's not so simple, cut and dry. That,
it's not.
An entire industry goes to bed and all of a sudden everybody can move over and get a job over here. I know it doesn't work that way. But it can, to some extent.
To some extent.
And I'm sorry, but no one wants to lose their job. And I don't want to live in a country where all of a sudden jobs have to be cut. But at the same time, Republicans use this excuse all the time that hard decisions have to be made sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Think about it. You're in an industry that is adding to the pollution of the world. Mm-hmm. And the entire country has already moved on from coal. Correct. The marketplace has decided that it wants natural gas and other forms of energy. It's not using coal anyways.
Exactly.
For Trump to be like, Pittsburgh, they don't give a shit about you, dude.
Yeah.
There's very little coal mining jobs to begin with.
Absolutely. There's not, and they talk about economics, money. These are man-made things that won't exist when the planet doesn't exist.
So sad.
Is that so Wall Street won't exist when the planet is destroyed. So
right.
What is the end game here? To get as much money before we all get wiped off the planet?
Yeah, for those in power.
Yeah, but what's your plan? Are you building underground cities right now that we don't know about?
There's talk about, this is really wild, but there are people that want to live on Mars.
Well, yeah, Elon Musk is discussing us getting to Mars and colonizing, which is, that's fantastical and that's great. And I do like Elon Musk. I think I read a lot of stuff that he does, and he really is. He's one of those billionaires that's actually here for the people. And I do kind of feel on some level he is Batman. Like, he's got the money, he's got the science.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's out there fighting crime. But we don't hear about that. No.
Is it bad to just want to live in a country or an area where everybody thinks like me?
It's not bad, because people that think like yourself and myself,
Yeah.
I happen to think are not only ingenious, but incredibly
Handsome, genius.
Exactly. But
Those things come to mind. Sexual.
very sexual. But I feel like we're level-headed enough to kind of just understand and
But that's just our opinion. So, do you really want to live in an area where only your opinion is heard? Or shared? You know what I mean? Where everybody, I mean, not even, it's not that everybody has to look the same. I just want everyone to agree.
Well, okay, so I see what you're saying, and my thought would be this. I don't want to live somewhere where everyone has the same opinion. I want to live somewhere where everyone has has shared goals. And the opinions differ on how we get to those goals. So, for instance, a goal of ending racism.
I don't want that, though.
You don't want to end racism?
No, I want to end racism, but I don't want to have other people's opinions slowing my goals down. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just this fucking speed bump is what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to run over Republicans a lot as well. Oh, that's not what you were saying.
No.
Sorry. I think about it all the time.
It's like, okay, we have a goal of clean, renewable energy by 2030. The entire country running on that.
Yeah.
Right? And let's say we all agree on it.
Okay.
But most people say, no, we got to do this instead of doing that. Or we got to do it like this. And now we're just fighting about how to do it, and we're not actually doing it.
Or we can look at it. But that's the problem, is people looking at other people's differing opinions towards the same goal, and not finding a common ground in order to get to satisfy that goal.
Okay, CriticalMass is going to figure out how to create a utopia. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do it.
How much time do we have?
We are 36 minutes in.
Okay, so we got about, a little less than an hour to figure out how to create a utopia.
We can.
We can do it.
We can do it when we come back, because I have to empty my urine.
Your bladder?
My urine sac.
What about your rectum?
No, rectum, barely knew him. No, I pooped.
That's not funny, and it's inappropriate.
I pooped already today.
Okay.
So, feeling great about that. I was actually down here getting the mics hot. And then you ever get...
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
No, I was down here in the studio, and I was setting up our microphones in anticipation of your arrival, and plugging everything in. And you ever get that,
again, with the sexual innuendo, stop it.
You ever get that hot, and you have to sprint to the bathroom, and the moment you drop trowel...
Yeah, it's called herpes.
Hot my butthole.
Oh.
Yeah, so you just you're like, it's happening
you're
right
like
now.
You got soup in there or something.
Exactly, like a hot Campbell's chunky style soup, and you're just like hot, and you have to sprint, and it's just heat, and you sit down, you drop trout, and you sit. The moment you sit down, it's like a goddamn vortex, just exactly, and all you can do is go
That's not to say it won't happen again. And then you look
sweating.
over. You look over.
Yeah.
And there's no toilet paper.
Not a single shred of toilet paper. And you're just like, I'm going to use my shirt. So just to say, I'm already all set.
Unless you're George Costanza and you're not even wearing it.
Exactly. You take off your shirt to go to the bathroom? Yeah.
It's freeing.
Anyway, we'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to discuss utopia in the United States, and it's going to first come by killing an entire group of people. And
we may have figured out the utopia by then.
Which group of people, though, will we be killing? You're going to find out after the break.
And by utopia, we mean camping with your friends.
Camping with your friends. We'll be right back. Winters suck, especially here in upstate New York. They're cold, wet, dreary, and the salt from the roads gets everywhere. Luckily, for our concrete surfaces, we have Eagle Epoxy. They'll come in, they'll resurface your garage, or your basement floor even. They cover it with an epoxy resin after it's been resurfaced, for protection, a clean look, and it's really, really easy to clean, especially for you car guys. They can be reached at their website, eagleepoxy.us, or by phone at 585-402-4999.
4971 for a free quote. Tell them the RocnessMonster sent you.
We're back. Thanks for waiting for us, everyone.
No, we're not back.
We're not?
We're here. We're there. We never left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man?
I
See
know.
what I did there?
I don't have any idea what you mean.
Well, we're going to talk about camping now. We're going to switch gears.
Yes, you were saying
because we're just talking about a utopia,
Yes.
and that made me think of a dystopia, which is camping.
Come on, it's camping. It's that time of year. I love camping.
No.
I love it.
No,
it's fun.
No.
I go camping two times a summer. 2, maybe 3. I'd like to go more. I'd like to go like every weekend.
Here are some of my problems.
Oh, okay.
The camping that you and I are going to talk about is bullshit, because it's in between glamping and what I consider real camping, which is either in a tent on the dirt ground or no tent at all, just sleeping under the stars. That's to me that's real ass camping. And we're talking out into the wilderness, not a state campsite on grass or gravel. We're talking being miles away from people.
Okay.
That is camping.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to worry about how much noise you make or about how much noise other people are making.
We're talking
you are surrounded by
naked.
the elements.
Like naked. Like I could be completely naked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And the geese are the only things that would see you. Or a bear.
I want them to.
That, to me, is camping. And if you're not going to do that, then just go for the super awesome comforts, like an RV. Or, heated tents or something like that. This in-between bullshit where we're camping in these little tiny coves next to strangers. We're living like homeless people, okay? We bring pounds and pounds and hundreds of pounds of food and like
so much alcohol.
We try and eat more food while we're camping than we do when we're home.
Well, because we feel like we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We're not going to
stock up
everything.
No.
10 pounds of ground beef
It's
for
bullshit.
2 days of camping.
Okay, like, we're about to go camping for our friend JR's birthday, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody got a site already. We got these 2 sites next to each other, and it's like, all right, great. But what am I going to do with my dog for 2 fucking days? He can't come because the loop where our campsites are is a no-dog loop.
So why did you get that loop?
I wasn't involved in the decision making.
Can you get a separate campsite and then go visit them?
But here's the thing. Bringing the dog would be difficult because he's so social. He can't be off a leash. He has to be fenced in somewhere.
Gotcha. Well, yeah,
so
if
he did come with us, it would have been a pain in the ass the whole time. So now it looks like my wife might stay home while I just go. Or she comes for one night, stays with the dog the first night, and then the second night she comes out and we have her sister come over and watch the dog. Like, she's going to stay home one day, come camping the next, and her sister might come over to watch the dog, possibly. Or she just stays home the whole weekend, and her mom can sand down our wood floor to restain it. Whatever. So I'm going to go camping, okay? And I'm going to sleep in a tent where I have to hear clearly the voices of other campers and other families talking and being loud while I'm trying to sleep. That's not fucking camping. The only
what
thing...
campsite are you going to where that happens? Because I go to Stony Brook and...
Stony Brook, they're on top of each other there too. You're right on top of each other. This guy's fucking Silverado. I'm sleeping next to his fucking truck. That's not camping.
Well, it's a guy... What do you... Like, okay, so... Where around here? Where have you ever been somewhere like this that you're describing? That's a utopia? Where? The Adirondacks?
Yes.
Okay, so go there.
I'd like to. But every single fucking person I know is married to a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to get real fucking gender specific and biased, okay?
Here we go.
Females run our lives now, apparently. And men cannot be men.
Please, I want you
Because
to
everybody has to be
extrapolate on that.
fucking included. Oh, we want to go camping. No, you go fucking take yourself and go bullshit camping. Why don't we take the men and go real camping, okay? We'll shit in a fucking hole. Guess what? If there's established buildings with plumbing so that you can take a shower in a shit, that ain't fucking camping. Okay? That's living like an idiot for 2 days.
I mean...
If you want a bathroom and a shower, stay home.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand people that use the camping trailers. I mean, for me, it's fun. I think it's fun. Do I define it as like actual like wilderness camping? I don't. But I find it. I have fun when I'm doing those things. I really do. But to your point, you're right. I don't. So when I go to Stony Brook with all my friends. That one time a year that we all do that, the big friends camp out.
Sure.
I have a lot of fun thinking that I'm with my friends, I'm tent camping, we're getting super plastered.
You could do that at home.
We're going hiking, we're seeing some beautiful like waterfalls, we're going swimming.
Fair enough.
The nature is just gorgeous. And I'm with the people that I love, like just a great group of people that I think are fantastic.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead, yeah.
Because you're talking about Stony Brook. Okay,
of course.
Which has fantastic hiking trails
I love Stony Brook.
and a wonderful environment.
Yeah.
Okay. You could drive to Stony Brook in how many hours? 45 minutes?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half to Stony Brook. So you leave the house at 7:30 in the morning, you're there by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Well, the check-in time's noon.
Well, just say to the state park, you get there, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Let's say you get there at noon for shits and giggles. You
giggles.
walk up and down the park, you're into the fucking gorge, you're playing with the fucking water, you're jerking off in the woods, you're doing all kinds of fun shit, right?
Yeah.
5, 6 o'clock rolls around, you're like, okay, let's go home. What the fuck is the difference?
That
you could hang out with your buddies and get plastered anywhere. But you go to Stony Brook because it's beautiful, right?
It's beautiful, and we're not driving. There's no like, well, we have to drive home.
I'm sure there's a motel somewhere.
To be honest with you,
I'm sure there's a hotel there.
To be honest with you, too, like if we back it up for a second, this isn't all about alcohol.
You can rent an RV.
This isn't all about alcohol. This isn't all about, like, let's just go and get drunk. Maybe it was when I was 21, 22 going on this trip, but now, I'm in my 30s.
Or 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, that too. Now it's more about the set up a fire, put my feet up, and
you could do that here.
But maybe if I just fall asleep. Well, no, because I turn my cell phone off.
You could do that here.
In my backyard, in my house.
You could, yes.
But I'm not surrounded by the trees and the beautiful, like this. We get the one right on the creek, so you can hear the bubbling brook of the creek, and it's so serene and great.
Okay, but those places
exist
tenfold in the actual wilderness.
Yes. So to my point is, I'm not going there thinking that I'm doing this amazing wilderness camp. I call it wilderness camping. What you're saying is wilderness camping.
It to me that is camping.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying to me that's wilderness camping. Mm-hmm. What we're doing is like camping light. It's like when you get one of those apps on your phone that's like you think you have all the functionality and you really don't, and you go, fuck, this is just a light version. Yeah. And that's what it is. You've got your bathrooms, you got your plumbing, and for me, I like to...
Does that ding? I can't remember. Does that happen on the actual recording?
It may.
Yeah, we should do something about that.
Yeah, we should. That was just a text message, because it comes on my laptop and my phone. Anyway, I'm busy. I'm doing a show right now. I'm not worried about it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but if you want to go out into the wilderness in the middle of nowhere, that's going to be that's an investment in time, work, energy. That's this large investment. Now, is it worth it? I think so. I'd love to do it. I would love to.
I don't think it's any more of an investment than what I'm describing here. It's not.
But it is, because you said it yourself. There's a bathroom there. There's a shower there. There's less investment in terms of if I have to poop in the middle of the woods, I gotta dig a hole next to a tree, back my back up against it so I'm in the sitting position so my ass is free to roam.
You don't even have to use a tree. You just have to squat.
Okay, I prefer to have something at my back.
Okay, fine, but you're a human being.
I've shit in the woods.
Right, we've all shit in the woods. You're a grown man.
Exactly.
Okay. It's not that difficult.
I shit in the woods for fun, Dan.
It's not that difficult, and I think that it's important to do that.
To shit in the woods?
Yes.
It's important to shit in the woods.
It is important to shit in the woods. It's about getting back to what it really means to be a human, what it really feels like to have your bare feet on the dirt ground, to not hear a car or touch your phone, to look up into the night sky and see what our ancestors saw thousands of years ago, to see the same thing, to be connected to where we came from. Not on a fucking gravel driveway next to 30 other gravel driveways to some fucking moron in his ATV. That's not what camping is. Shit in the woods like a respectable man. Okay?
To garner your respect, a man has to poop in
Dig
the
a
woods.
hole. Even if you want to bring some creature comforts like toilet paper,
TP,
Fair enough.
my bunghole?
I'm willing to compromise there.
Fair enough.
But you should be in camping is in a place where you actually have to worry about animals getting into your food, that you have to put it up in a tree. That is camping.
What if they're climbing animals?
Well, you hang it off of a long branch.
Can they just go around the branch?
I'm sure any animal hungry enough could figure that out, but it makes it harder.
We have to do that at Stony Brook. One year, somebody made brownies, and it was in a metal foil container, and no one locked it away. And we woke up, and there was a perfect little hole in the side of it, and it looked like a chipmunk had, like, you could see where he ate through the brownie, and then it came out the other side.
That's funny.
Of the thing. So, I mean, chipmunks, those are dangerous animals.
They are.
Those are very dangerous animals.
It's just this. It's like we do it every year. Sometimes people do it twice a year, and it's just like, this is not camping. My wife last year took 20 people in her vehicle.
20?
No, let's see. She took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She has a large vehicle.
I think she took maybe 5 or 6 females, including herself.
Ew.
And all of their crap, and I mean crap, just to go bullshit camping.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff they took, I'm like, are you burning all this?
Yeah, like, what is this all for?
It's unbelievable.
I pack very light when I go camping. You got my tent, my backpack with a couple changes of clothes. The most change of clothes I have is underwear. That's mostly, I just fill a backpack full of underwear.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I've got like 20 pairs of underwear and then
Right.
like 3 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts. That's all you need. That's all I need. And then, like, toothbrush, toothpaste, and some deodorant. But really, I never touch the deodorant while I'm out there. And I like to go out. I like to run.
Yeah.
I like
another
to run
problem with the
frolic.
bullshit camping is it's like being at a sleepover and your parents are constantly coming in the room telling you to be quiet. And by parents, I mean park ranger.
Those are annoying. The park rangers, they are annoying.
I want to fucking shoot a gun at something. I want to throw a hatchet into a tree for fun.
You can do those things.
No, you can't.
There's just consequences.
Right.
No, you could definitely do them.
Yeah.
You could fire off a weapon in Stony Brook up into the air, not at people. Here at Critical Mass, we do not believe in shooting people.
Yeah, but then, right, there's consequences there. But in real camping, there isn't.
No. I mean, in real camping, you could kill all the people that you came with and hide them out there
It's
in
like
the middle of the
true
woods.
freedom, It's like when I go bullshit camping and you're like dangling freedom in front of me. What I want to do, I'm going to save up a bunch of my pee in the middle of the night into a jug.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take that jug bullshit camping and I'm going to pour it into a large circle in a radius around the campsite.
Yeah.
To warn the skunks to stay away.
Does that work?
Yes.
So you're going to actually package and carry your urine.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
With you, bullshit camping, and you're just going to make a nice little ring of urine.
Yeah.
All around
our 2 campsites.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if it's the collection of your own urine that's the issue or the packaging it. I'm going to assume, knowing you're going to use a milk jug.
Fluids.
You're going to use a milk jug. An empty one, I would hope.
No, it's an empty windshield washer fluid jug.
Wow. Okay.
But still.
That'll definitely keep the skunks away, I guess.
Yeah.
They're afraid of human pee?
It's like marking your territory to any animal.
Yeah, I guess.
They smell that and like, oh, okay.
Oh, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we did that, like I've always thought...
On our own homes and shit?
No, not only that, but, like, just things. Like, I've always wanted to go into a Best Buy and be like, I really like that computer, and then I pee on it, and then the associate comes over and goes, you own that computer now.
Yeah, or,
That's
like,
it.
No one else can buy it, at least, because now you've marked it.
Exactly. Like, that's mine. Like,
Right.
you know, ooh, I like that. Psst, mine. That's mine now.
I do that to women at the bar.
It's like, psst, you gotta come home with me now.
Yeah.
I pissed on you.
You reek of my urine.
And then you would find women would get really, really good at, like, ninja moves because, like, they'd be getting peed on all the time. Like, they dodge it, and they're like, I did not want to go home. Then they would change the whole dynamic of their story. Last night I was at the bar with the girls, and, like, 17 dudes tried to piss on me.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've been doing a mixture of yoga and Krav Maga, and I was able to thwart them. And I didn't go home with any guy last night. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we had such a great time.
Such a great time. We danced.
This
and
camping thing,
got
dude.
peed on.
It's just... I said, it's in between.
You're really
it's the
torn up about
in-between
this.
bullshit, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
If I'm going to go somewhere that has a bathroom and a shower, just get me an RV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Get me a trailer. I'll sleep inside on an actual mattress. I'll play some video games or watch TV if I'm bored, and we sit by the fire later, you know what I mean? We can play wiffle ball. We can go rowing. We can do the boating thing. We can do whatever we want.
That's true. I do have a guy that when I do the big friends camping trip, he brings, like, every single piece of electronic equipment he owns. Just tablets.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Smartphones. And then he's got all of those, like, external batteries.
Yeah.
And just plugs them all in. And then you look at his tent, and you'd think that his tent, like, you'd think he bought his tent at a Best Buy.
Yeah.
It's got, like, all the things to plug and do the thing, and then he's got the fan, and the fan is running in the middle of the night. And it's like, you want to talk about glamping, that's what they glamp, and they have a child.
Yeah.
Awesome little kid. And they have this, like, high chair that's like a camping high chair. Like, it's insanity, all the stuff that they have. They have a camping playpen for him. And, you know, I love these people. I got no problem with them. I think they're fantastic, and I love hanging out with them all the time.
Yeah.
But I think that, to your point, I think that's hysterical. Like, you know, you're in the middle of the woods, you're by the fire, and it's like, what are you doing? I'm playing Clash of Clans right now. And it's like, I put my head up, I look up through the canopy of the trees, and I fall asleep just right around. Like, that's what I want to do. That's for me. That's like, I'm passed out.
It's for me. Yeah.
And then when I wake up for my nap, I'll do a little day drinking.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Get a little loopy lemonade. You ever try loopy lemonade?
No.
It's delicious. It tastes like you're drinking a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Is it a company?
It's a type of vodka that's a Fruit Loops vodka called Loopy, and then you mix it with lemonade. You do half vodka, half lemonade, and we call it Loopy Lemonade.
Is that what you would, like, use to get a 16-year-old girl drunk to statutory rape her?
No.
Okay, because when your balls descend, try Scotch or bourbon. That's a good gateway.
It's just. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just a tradition that we have, and we all.
What? When the first time the Girl Scouts went camping, where are your balls, dude?
We each get a cup. We each get a red cup full of the stuff.
The Miss America contestants? Who?
We pound it at the Friends campout. We pound it, and this is on the second day of the camping trip. This sounds like it was something a sorority girl would be saying. Oh my god! Can I finish what I'm trying to say?
I don't want you to.
We pound it.
Yeah.
Right down, and you immediately get a nice little buzz.
Yeah.
And then we go for our hike.
I hope one of you falls in.
Oh, there have been mishaps. And then we come back, and then when we come back, we all take a nap. We wake up for the nap, and we cook over the open fire. Mm-hmm. And that's when I crack the 30-pack open, and I start drinking beer like water.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get into the man drink later. Beer. It's what's for dinner. I love beer. I love beer.
Yeah, it's summertime in the Northeast. You struggle with this, like, okay, I want to be outside, but I like my creature comforts.
Well, yeah.
So you got to be careful.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's difficult because life. Talking about creature comforts.
Was that your throat gurgling?
That was like.
Your insides wanting to die again?
Bubble guts just coming right up. Well, we talked about the party last night that you and I went to.
Oh, boy.
I had consumed beer.
Did we or did we not? Like, I passed out. Did we or did we not pee on someone's bed? Or was that just Trump?
That was just Trump. We didn't pee on anyone's bed. However, at midnight when it was our friend Jur, his birthday, Jur, for those of you that know Jur turned 30 at midnight.
Well.
So as a joke.
Sure.
Yeah. I said, at midnight, all the guys are going to take their pants off and sing happy birthday.
Right.
And I was joking. I was just like, ha ha. I'm funny, but it's not really that funny. It's not even that funny of a thing to say. Let's take our pants off and sing happy birthday to JR. It wasn't that funny. However, midnight came, and all the guys stood up and immediately started taking their pants off. And I got up and I said, you know what? Here we go.
How does Josh keep his ass so hairless?
I know. His ass was completely hairless.
Smooth.
It was insanity.
I wanted to, like, lay out a cheese platter on it.
It looked very clean.
Yeah.
It was clean and
smooth
kept.
And, like...
Although I did, one of the girls, I'm not gonna name names.
Okay.
It was funny. I was like, I said something. I can't remember what she said, and I was like, what? You gonna lick his asshole tonight? And she's like, and she specifically said, he's not the one getting his asshole licked tonight.
Wow.
And I laughed so hard. I could barely breathe. I was like, just the fact that she was so matter of fact about it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not the one getting his asshole licked tonight.
How about this? This is how we party, folks. I want to tell you something.
Oh, boy.
I won't say who it was, but they experience night terrors.
That friend of ours.
Yeah, that one friend of ours. And so he actually has an app on his phone where after he falls asleep, after 30 minutes of silence, the phone assumes he's sleeping and begins recording. So he records himself every night, but he also sleeps with a fan, so he only really has one recording where it sounds good. And he got himself, and so we had it on Bluetooth speaker. So we're sitting around a campfire drinking and listening to his night terrors.
Yeah, that was what we did last night. For anyone.
We did that for like a half hour.
The funny thing is there's no punchline to this. That's literally what
That's just what we do.
That's what we did last night.
Yeah. No.
No. What is it?
No.
Yeah, it was insanity.
Yeah.
It was insanity. And that was a recreation Dan and I just did of the things that we heard on that recording.
Wow.
That was terrifying.
So,
anyway.
Actually, that person will be camping with us.
See, now that's insanity.
Right?
Because he said it happens every night. He sleepwalks every night.
But to be honest with you, I don't remember ever experiencing him like going off like that. So maybe I'm just out cold, but I'm a very light sleeper. So I almost want to see it. I want to see him go nuts. I want to see him get into a car, drive to the store.
Don't drive to the store.
buy groceries and come back and like cook breakfast while he's sleeping.
Well, he like goes to buy groceries and he comes home and he wakes up. He's like, "Why did I buy 27 bottles of ketchup? I thought I was buying groceries. It's ketchup. Ketchup.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a good guy.
He's the best. And what's great is he's engaged. He's engaged
Yes, he is.
to a woman.
A woman this time.
And I want to. We're not naming names. This is very personal. So we're just not going to talk about that. But I will say this: it is a testament to a woman that can live.
My God.
That can live with that every single night.
And
love him,
man or woman, whoever your partner is.
Yeah.
And that's the person you choose to sleep next to?
Yep. And she does.
Wow, nerves of steel.
She does. She was telling me about how he's like tackled her one night, and you know, she said it best. You know, it's frustrating and it's different, but I know that he's sound asleep. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
He's never gonna do. He never do anything to hurt her. He's not that kind of guy.
Not intentionally.
Never. Yeah, exactly. Never. But it's. I guess I'm veering off my point. My point is that's a testament of a real woman who loves her guy. Is that she could leave. She doesn't have to put up with any of that shit.
Yeah.
She could literally be like, you know. And I made that point. I was like, you must be the worst one night stand guy.
Yeah.
Ever. Can you imagine? You meet him at he's a good looking guy too. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, for an ugly piece of shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, in all honesty, he's a good looking guy.
Right.
So I thought about this in my
And
head.
a very smooth penis.
Very smooth, built for speed, not for pleasure, or maybe the other way around. I don't know. But anyway, he's a good guy, and he's not only a good guy, but he's a good looking dude. I've said that like 15 times already. So I imagine he's like at a bar, you know, when he was single, and he meets this chick, and the girl's like, yeah, like I want to feel your smooth penis, and he's like, you know, I want you to feel my smooth penis. I want to feel your sandpaper vagina. I can't wait. Yeah. And
a match made in heaven.
Match made in heaven. So they go back to his place, you know, and they're like, bounce chicken, wow, wow. And he puts on a lambskin condom, and they have a great time. And then she passes out, and he passes out. And it's a one night stand. And she's thinking to herself, in the morning, we'll have some coffee, and I'll leave. And that's it. You know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And what happens that night? No. But that's the thing. Is like, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I hope I'm not outing him, but he was on a cruise. He should be telling these stories.
He should be telling. We've tried to get him on the show.
So
repeatedly.
I'm just gonna put that out there. I want him to come on the show and tell the cruise story.
Yeah, let's cut off the stories about him right here. But we'll say this.
Fun times last night, though.
Fun times last night. He's a good friend of ours. He's a great guy. And I think that it's a testament to the woman he's choosing to spend the rest of his life with, for being just an awesome person and good to him.
Until eventually he kills her.
right, until maybe. But in all seriousness, you know, hearing the stories, hearing the night, actually being able to hear them was frightening.
Right.
And then she's like, oh no, we were like, well, when does this? She's like, oh, that's every night. And we're like, all of us, I think, just went silent around the fire.
Yeah, she's like, and that's tame. That's like nothing.
Yeah, she's like, that was nothing at all. You could hear things banging around, and he's like, oh, this is where I grabbed the light and just ripped it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Like, wow.
And he lives in an apartment.
Yeah.
Imagine his neighbors.
She said she has to do the chain every night because he can't figure out the chain when he's sleeping.
Oh
so
God.
He doesn't leave the apartment.
I'd have 5 chains on the doors.
Yeah, because he can't figure the fucking chain out while he's sleepwalking. So she has to do that every night. And again, that's just a testament to a good woman, and that's what I think she is. And anyone that says anything different is fucking stupid, as far as I'm concerned.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying. So we're gonna.
Why don't we take a break?
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna
do our fuck yous.
We're gonna do our fuck yous. We're gonna fuck all over each other, sexual and violent.
You gonna fuck on me?
You're gonna fuck on me?
Okay.
We'll be right back.
The Critical Mass podcast can now be found at the 8o'clockstop.com. That's the 8o'clockstop.com. We're there along with our friends at the Hypothetically Speaking podcast, where they answer hypothetical questions. It's a lot of fun, and you'll also find a whole bunch of other fun multimedia there, from music to art to, well, all kinds of stuff. Check it out real soon. That's the 8o'clockstop.com.
Okay, welcome back, and thanks for not leaving, you pieces of shit. Let's...
All of you.
Yeah, let's just get into our fuck yous. All old people. Every single one of you. First of all, just get out of my way. I don't have the time for you.
You mean old people in public places, roads, stores,
stay home,
porn shops,
anywhere. Just they're in my way, and I'm in a hurry, and I have things to do. So fuck you, get out of my way. When you go up to a cash register, by the way, shouldn't even be called a cash register anymore.
Should just
be
like
called an electronic terminal,
a computer.
Yeah. Pay with a card and get the fuck out of the way. Do not
take checks.
Do not whip out that checkbook.
I will. I snap every time I see that fucking checkbook. I snap.
And if you are paying with cash, then just give it in solid whole bills. Do not give out. Don't whip out 20, 20, 20, then a 10, and then a 5, and then a 1, and then like a nickel and a dime and a pound. I want to strangle you.
Hang on, I think I have the change. Hang
on.
on.
Let me get out my little change purse here.
Oh, boy.
We live in a metropolis. I have things to do. This is not a country store in the middle of nowhere. Get the fuck out of the way.
Exactly. I have a grandparent. I have my grandmother. We put her in a home.
Right.
She's not allowed to interfere with
not allowed
the
to
outside
interfere.
world. We tell her, no.
The light
here.
turns green. The light turns green, and this handicapped old fogey can't even hit the gas pedal. Can't take the handicapped sticker down from their fucking rear view mirror, which you're not supposed to be driving around with, by the way.
You're not.
Get out of the way. Mm-hmm. You're slow, and I'm going to die before you finally hit the gas pedal.
Exactly. They're a danger. They're a danger on
the road.
They're a danger
because they make us angry, and then we go out and kill.
Yes.
This is why I've killed 14 fucking citizens this year.
14?
Well,
that's
anger.
A new record for you.
Because of the senior citizens out there, dude. It's like, ugh.
And it's just June.
It's like, it's their driving. It's the amount of time they take to do everything. They're always in the way. Do you see how slow they walk? Those fucking, oh my god.
And then if they get in the cart that moves, like, they're
oh
just
my,
like...
You know what's worse about that is that when they're off of the cart and they're back in their car and they're slowly driving away, not going on green lights, the helping hands guy that has to come and, like, you know, the employee of the store has to drive it back. Like, first of all, he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to do that.
No.
Those things go so fucking slow.
Yeah, just put another gear
There's gotta be like an employee override, someone who knows what they're doing button, right?
That'd be great.
Just get it out of the way.
Just remove the governor.
I'm trying to pull out of the parking space, and this kid who's making, you know, well, now he's making $10 an hour. Who the fuck knows what he makes now? Is trying to like slowly get this thing out. It's like, fucking even their remnants are pissing me off.
Yes. And the smell.
And then they go and they vote against sports for schools and shit. You fucking assholes.
Seriously, you know, and
so fuck you.
Fuck you,
old people. All old people.
I've got my fuck you.
Okay.
My fuck you is so last night I left the party, and I was hungry. I had a hankering for some food. I wanted mac and cheese. And Wegmans is 24 hours.
It's a weird thing to want to get that time of night after a long night of drinking.
Yeah, I just had a hankering for mac and cheese.
Okay.
And
pre-made, or are we talking like craft style where you boil it, mix in the chemical cheese?
The Velveeta.
Ooh.
With the real cheese that you squeeze in there. At least it says it's real cheese.
Right.
We'll see. But anyway, tastes delicious.
I don't know how you could squeeze real cheese, but go ahead.
I don't know either. So I'm there, and there is a man with a man bun.
Oh.
Now, the man bun isn't the issue.
It partially is, let's be honest.
If you're a man...
I think that's a different fuck you.
If you're a man with a man bun, I just see that as a handle for you filleting another man.
Right.
And If you do, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you're just telling everyone. And I guess
That's fine.
if you're fine with that, then you're fine with that. That's okay. I'm fine with that too.
So what were you really upset about?
He had his child with him that was maybe 5 years old after midnight at Wegmans. Mm-hmm. And they were grocery shopping.
Full on shot. Not like, okay, we got to go get you cough medicine.
Exactly. See, and thank you, because that was going to be my point. Single dad over here.
Yeah.
I'm talking. Single dad.
Right.
I've been in situations where it's been past midnight. My daughter's sick. I don't have any freaking medicine. I can't just leave her at home.
Right.
I put her in the car seat. I run to Wegmans. That's 24/7, and I get the medicine that she needs.
Right.
I'm holding her in my arms. I've got a blanket over her head.
Right.
And I'm trying to keep her asleep while she's on me. And I'm in the store. I'm grabbing the cough medicine or whatever the medicine is. I'm going to I'm fucking administering it in the store. I'm gonna pay for it.
Right.
I'm just like
take this now.
Yeah, take it now. I'm gonna pay for it. And because I want her to feel better.
Right.
I don't take my kid who's almost 4 at midnight to go grocery shopping. Like, why is your child there? What?
Okay, what if he works the C shift and he is a single dad and she slept earlier?
I mean, I guess, but it's like, to me, it just looks like gross negligence.
Yeah.
It really does. And
Well,
fuck you.
I was at a wedding recently where I saw a newborn baby and there's like loud music playing. It's like, put fucking headphones on that kid or take it home.
Yeah, or like the movies. I went to go see Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One, PG-13. It was the most violent Star Wars film. And there were little babies there.
Babies?
Yeah, and that started crying during the movie.
Oh, come on,
And it's just like,
folks.
what are you doing? My daughter's 4. She can't sit long enough. If I take her to a movie, she starts talking, she doesn't understand, or she starts crying, or she gets scared, guess what? We're leaving.
Yeah.
That's it. But she was never a newborn, and I said, you know what I want to do? I want to take my kid to a movie today. It's selfish. You're not thinking about the people around you.
You got to have a license to drive a car. You got to have a license to go fishing.
Yep.
But any idiot can have a kid?
Any moron can have a child. Can have a child.
I think China's got it right.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
But that's my fuck you, and it's just not just the parents that take their kids to Wegmans after midnight to go grocery shopping, full-on grocery shopping,
Yeah.
but to take their kids and put their kids in these situations that they shouldn't be in at that age, and then it becomes an inconvenience for everyone else around them. Now, I have a kid, I'm a parent, and I pick and choose what is going to be a good place for my kid to go. And also, I think about the other people that are going to be there, and then you got the people that bring their kids to the bar that we go to.
Yeah.
And then they come over and they get mad at me. I know my fuck you last week was to that mom that said I have a potty mouth, but her daughter was over the age of 21. I'm talking about people that bring their 6-7-year-olds to the bar and then get mad if we're watching a football game and I flip out when the Packers are on and I start screaming and swearing. You brought your kid to a bar.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah, I guess the dynamic is changing because it's more of a family-friendly environment. They want to create a sports bar that's also family-friendly. I don't know. I mean, if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, do you really need to be pounding a pitcher of beer and yelling, fuck you, Aaron Rodgers? I know you would never say that, but yelling, fuck you, Vikings?
On a Sunday. Watching
but
the game.
That's the Lord's Day.
Oh my God! Don't fuck. That's my fuck you. Okay. So let's move on to. Okay, so a couple things I just want to say before we end the show. I think Dan would agree with me.
No.
Thank you, Dan. This is our season finale to season 1. It doesn't really mean much because we're gonna. Keep going. I want to say thank you to those of you that have given us support. And just kind of listened to the show and told us to keep going. And
started from the bottom, now we're here.
Boom. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I went to private school in Toronto. I'm a fucking gangster. Anyways.
Dan's a fantastic rapper. So just again, thank you for your support. Thank you for the kind words. Those of you that listen to us, we really appreciate you. In all seriousness, I know we say our 5 listeners. We have a pretty good amount of people that listen to us, but not anywhere near where we'd like to be. We would like
next season.
Yeah,
double it. 10.
Double it. So we challenge you, critical masturbators. Tell a friend.
Yeah, and we really are trying to work on creating this website, and then we can create an RSS feed, and then actually become a legit podcast.
Yes, that is.
Because right now, all we are is audio, video files on YouTube.
Correct. Well, next season we're gonna have new guests. We're gonna have some old guests. We're gonna do some stuff on location on Facebook Live.
We're gonna
do
be
a couple
fisting
live podcasts through Facebook Live. So we'll set up announcements for that. We're going to up our equipment. We're going to get on a website. Season 2 is going to be a lot of things, but the only way we can do that is to have a solid group of people that listen to us.
A fan base. We're not asking for your money. We're asking for your ears.
We're asking for your ears and your time
and your likes
and your likes and your comments. We want to hear your opinion.
Yeah. I don't. Rockness does.
Yes, I do, and I want to know what it is. What do you want out of season 2? What do you want out of season 2?
Fireworks. I want something to catch on fire.
Dan, I'm asking the fans.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No, I don't give a shit what you want. Okay?
Can we get a helicopter?
Can we get a helicopter?
I just desperately want to do traffic updates.
We can see if we can rent a helicopter.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a helicopter rental around here.
Well, I mean, they do travel a long distance.
That's true. Cool. We'll figure it out.
Cool.
So, again, my closing for this season...
The closing arguments from the attorney.
Yeah. I just... It's always been a dream of mine to be able to talk to people and say...
I know you struggle with talking to people.
Yeah,
and,
funny.
Now the only way you can do it is on a recording in a basement.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I hope Dan and I, we make you laugh. I hope we make you think. I've had a lot of fun doing this. I like to think Dan has had a lot of fun doing this.
Torture. Absolute torture.
And honestly, it's been a great time. It's been a fun ride, and we're looking forward to the future and what more is going to come out of it. Dan, do you have anything?
Yeah, and I don't want people to fear that, not that they would, that we're not coming back for a long time. By season, we just sort of mean that we can kind of easily clump together episodes and maybe shift gears a little bit per season, maybe focus on different things and get better guests in here, because the guests we've had suck. They all suck. I hate
Every
them.
guest was
they
terrible.
Fucking blow. No, not only have those guests return, but have new guests as well. We want to create a better, more fun environment. And honestly, I think the topic, not even topic, theme of season 2 should be, let's keep our pants on.
Yeah, let's keep them on.
Let's keep our pants on.
This time.
We'll probably, no guarantees, but it looks like, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. We'll take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take about a 2-week break.
We're going to shoot some things, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break next weekend, and then the weekend after that is Father's Day. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be, and we do our recordings on Sunday, so I'm going to be very busy on Sunday doing my Father's Day thing.
Right.
And after that, so I believe the 25th, we're going to go ahead and do our episode 1 for season 2, season premiere. And we're hoping to have some solid guests and upgrade our equipment and just have an all-around good time.
More vocabulary to come.
More vocab to come. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Okay, well, thanks, everybody. If you like listening to us, something's wrong with you, but we appreciate it.
Pretty much. If you enjoy this, you're an idiot, but so are we. So,
okay, love you, bye.
With that being said, in the meantime, everyone, please don't kill each other.
Please.
It's been Critical Mass. Thanks a lot.